It was pretty good. Monday technical, usually working on a few strategies that we can apply for hard sparring and both flow sparring. So yeah, it was pretty good. Just nice, light, relaxed, trying to install good habits. Been doing Muay Thai for 4 years. So I started in 2021 at university actually, and then until I resumed my journey up until I graduated. Then I found KO after I graduated and moved back to London. So yeah, in my society, it was pretty much every day. Our main president was also a student, and at the time he was an amateur fighter.
Yeah.
And then, but on a weekly basis, once a week, we would get taught by a professional fighter from Combat Warriors. His name's Mark May. For a leapfrog not too long ago. To be honest, I started because I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to lose weight and I wanted to join a club, to find friends and just become part of a team, really. I never thought about competing it long term. Obviously, I signed up for a few university exhibitions, but I never thought I would come this far in Muay Thai. I just thought it would be a hobby. I would say it just made every aspect of my life feel better. I felt respected, I felt welcome, I felt a part of a group, I felt mutual respect as well. I feel like looking back on my childhood, a lot of my friends were just friends out of convenience. You could apply it to your Muay Thai club at the same time. However, I genuinely felt respect between my teammates and my coaches.
It's fine.
And I felt really appreciated and I appreciate them as well. So it was hard balancing it with my studies because it did take me off track a few times. But that was just another challenge that I had to overcome, balancing my studies and Muay Thai, so I had to make it happen. I was set on wanting to become a fighter. I wanted to have at least one amateur fight. After I graduated, I wanted to go for a real training camp and fight for a gym. And then I did have a break after I graduated due to life getting in the way. And then I became an actual KO member around last year, May. So yeah, and then obviously I wanted to fight, and then the fights just kept going on and on. It was recommended to me by my good friend Luke. He was a member at KO before he came to university as well, so he said, make sure to go to KO when I go back to London after I graduate. So shout out to him. Well, training at KO, you're training at a gym directly. You see, with our uni club, we were being trained by people who were training at a gym themselves. So I never really got that full gym experience full time. Now that I'm going to the gym directly, my progress would increase at a faster rate. You know, at uni, you're still with students who might not be taking it as serious as even a hobbyist here. But now I'm surrounded by fighters. We all have the same mindset, same goals, we're just on a journey. So it's more intense, which is in a good way. My passion for Muay Thai, times a million ever since I came to KO. A lot of inspiration by my teammates and especially my coach, Bradley Heason. Just listening to him talk about Muay Thai, and then I started watching Muay Thai more in depth, following all these Thai boxers, looking back at the golden era. It's like my passion just increased every day my passion goes up. Sometimes it does get a bit difficult because I have to balance work, so I have to come to training after work, and it can be a bit irritating because I might have a bad day at work, and it can be difficult. By the end of the day, I know that I want to do this, and any obstacles, I just have to face it and overcome them. Have a place that I can do what I like after work. If I was to just go home and rest, and then go work, and then rest, and then do that for forever, it would drive me mad. I would feel like I would just be waiting to die, pretty much. But with Muay Thai, and not just Muay Thai, but being a fighter, you always have a goal in mind. You want to get better at throwing a switch kick, or you you want to do something different in your next fight, then you want to beat this guy, then you're looking at that gym and maybe you want to go to Thailand, then maybe you want to fight in another city. There's always, I always have these bullet points where I just want to tick off every time. It's always on my mind. So yeah, it makes, right now I'm not at a job that I would consider a career. So Muay Thai definitely helps with that as well. Just being at a job that's not really something I want to do long term, but knowing that I have Muay Thai waiting for me is definitely a good feeling. The training is different. It's every day, more intense. I'm running pretty much almost every day after work. Then I'm training with other fighters who are just as good, if not better. And I'm getting the training that I really need. It's just every day, constant. I don't really have to worry about any outside stuff, except from my family duties, except from that, then it's just about being a fighter. And I'm taking it, obviously, that now that I'm an actual fighter rather than fighting at university exhibition, it's just a different feeling. It's hard to put into words sometimes, but it's very real. That's the word. It's very real. It's raw, knowing that you're representing a gym and you're representing yourself, and you're going up against someone who's taken Muay Thai just as serious as you. My dad, he was not a fan of it at the start, but now he's eased into it, and he's now supporting me and my mom. She's always worried. She loves that I do this as a hobby. She loves that I'm into fitness and sports now. However, she came to my last fight and she said she enjoyed it, but I can tell she's still worried about obviously me getting hurt, which is natural for her. Yeah. But they're more supportive than they were compared to last year. My last fight was against Pratik Rai. He's a very well-known fighter. He's been fighting Bear Shin before I even had my first N class, and I've seen him on TikTok for a while, since last year, and fighting him is it feels surreal to know, I watched this guy on social media for hours, and now I worked my way up to fight him, so that means I earned my spot, across him, and it feels good. It feels like I'm in my own movie kind of thing. It feels like I'm a fighter that I've watched on YouTube, admiring them. Now I feel like I could admire myself, knowing that I've earned my way to fight another respectable opponent. It's better when you know that your opponent is good. Every fighter pretty much says the same thing, but it's just when you have a fighter that you've seen just document their career, it's just mutual, really. Ever since that fight, I was gutted that I lost, obviously. However, I know that losing is a part of Muay Thai. This isn't boxing. I'm not gonna go on the maddest streak of 50-0. I know that losing is part of it, and I can't take it personal, because at the end of the day, it's a sport. We're just competitors. He's not my enemy, I'm not his enemy. And yeah, I've been thinking about going to Thailand next year. That's been in my brain ever since that fight, knowing that I can fight at a professional level. Now I'm thinking about bigger shows. Now I'm not hesitating to put my name forward for a show maybe NGGP or CFS, that kind of thing. Now I'm not hesitating to, when my coach asks me, who wants to fight? I'm just no thinking, just putting my name in the hat. When I first fought, my biggest show that I fought on, my first big show was on Hitman. And then Hitman was a short notice, so I just fought at KO Amateur in March. And then one of my teammates was supposed to fight in Hitman, but he had a fight the week prior. So therefore, he couldn't fight on Hitman. And then my coach offered me, do you want to fight on Hitman? And I've watched Hitman last April. I watched my coach fight, and I watched other good fighters fight on Hitman, and it was surreal to be on that platform. When I got the message, it just felt like I had to take it. I was scared, but I had to take it. And making that walk, I just felt so comfortable in that ring, which was, looking back, it's crazy. Although it wasn't a huge card as it would be as for, say for example, the main event, but fighting in the O2, Like after that fight, I knew that ever since then, I would just want to find the biggest shows that I can. Any big opportunity, I want to take it. And that's when I decided that I want to be a fighter as a career as well. I prepared the best I can, hard. I just prepared. That's my move. Like, make sure I prepare, make sure I do my training, my running, make sure I'm doing my recovery, my eating, and make sure I'm working on my mental. And then that's the thing. I can never guarantee a win. That's the reality of it. But I can guarantee that I'll be prepared for whatever's to come my way. Ever since I came back to training, I knew what I needed to work on. And the bad habits that I've shown in the fight was something that I've actually shown in my other fights that I've just managed to look over because I was winning up until that. So yeah, I've started to work on my flaws. I have more intention now. I've always had intent when I'm training, but now I'm trying to nail every detail. I don't want to be, at the same time, I'm not being too hard on myself because I don't want to overload myself with, I need to do this, I need to do that, I don't want to take things personal in the training room. I just know there's certain things I need to work on, so step by step, I will address them how I want to, and I will do my research on how to address them really. From my fights, I would say I'm a clincher. And pretty much all of my fights, except from my second amateur, clinching has been my advantage. In my debut, clinching was got me the win. In my third fight, clinching was a combination of kicking and then clinching. Like, clinching gave me that extra edge. And then my fourth fight, clinching gave me that extra edge again. And then fifth, clinching definitely got me the win. And then my sixth fight, even though I lost my fight, I clinched a lot on my terms, which was something I was working on. Before my fight against Pratik, I feel like I would be exploiting my opponent's poor range control. Like, they would fall into the clinch and then I would just be better than them. But with the fight against Pratik, I marched him down, I clinched him, and then knees, work out. I'm genuinely inspired by the fighters in my gym. I remember when on CFS last year, Bradley, Valentin, Mo, and Dennis, they fought on CFS. This was when Bradley fought Charlie Guest. And seeing them all perform the way they did, it was just like a little spark. Like, I was inspired so much and I just wanted to train harder. I wanted to become like them, be another fighter in the gym that maybe someone else can look up to at the same time. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we have a lot of different styles here. So it's fun. You have to experiment other things. You can't just be set in your own way and think that your way is the right 100% of the time. That's not how you're going to improve. You know, for example, I've sparred Ronnie for many rounds, and obviously he's shorter than me, and he comes in with his style, heavy hands, and it's like, okay, now I'm working on my long range against him. Okay, now I'm sparring someone who's taller. I'm gonna try and mimic what Ronnie does and add my own touch to it. So yeah, it's definitely worth having to mimic someone. You have to. We all bounce off of each other. That's what it is. As of now, I don't have a fight confirmed. I'm hoping to fight in December, get one last before the year, and hopefully it's on Mazda Fight Night, hopefully. But I'm willing to fight on CFS or any other show that's in December, really. And I've been really looking at shows that are outside of London, like up north. I really want to start going to further out, explore. That's another thing that I like about fighting, is that you get to explore, like you get to travel to other places you wouldn't think about traveling to. I wouldn't say it's different, but I would say that it's just exposure, really. Because in the South, everyone pretty much knows each other in a way. Like, we all know the gym from down the street. We all know, like, for example, like Diesel Gym is near us. You know what I mean? Like, we have JTT in South London. So now, despite me knowing that I know of gyms in the north, and I know that they have some great fighters, and I know that I would like to fight them because I see that their style is similar to me. So how would it be to match up someone similar to me from across the country. So there are some people I definitely want to fight. I would say definitely. That's something I've come to realize, that I need to focus on myself rather than focus on my opponent so much. Like, I will note down an opponent, but I won't study him to the final dot kind of thing. I did kind of lean into it, fighting him, but at the same time, I just knew that I personally didn't think I was at that level for me to like come up with a game plan. And like, I did have a game plan, but at the same time, I didn't want to like scrutinize every single thing that he did, because at the end of the day, I did come up with an idea of what he was going to do, but he surprised me in the fight. So that's another thing that I don't like to do. I don't like to scrutinize them and then say, oh, he's going to do this for certain. Then I build my entire training around it, and then, oh shit, like he will surprise me. So it's about adapting. That's another thing that I'm big on, adapting, because that's what it is about in the fight. A fight is chaotic. You never know. It's unpredictable.
Do you still love this journey, this Muay Thai journey you're on?
Yes, I do. I love it more than I did before when I first stepped in. Definitely. It's just, being a fighter has just changed my love for the sport. And it's not just about me, it's about how I approach watching fighters now, how I watch combat sports. I'm now able to appreciate different combat sports, even though I'm not training in, say for example, MMA. Now I can look at MMA fights and be like, oh, I can do that as well. Oh, he's doing the same thing as me, kind of thing. It's just, you're able to like break it down. I feel like if you wasn't training or if you wasn't following the sport closely, but you're still like watching MMA, you're just like a casual viewer, you wouldn't be able to break it down as how you would if you were to train or if you were to fight as well. Yeah, you kind of hesitate to criticize certain fighters, or you're careful with your words, like if you see a comment that's saying, oh, this guy, he's terrible, he's this and that, you're like, oh, nah, I'm not a fan of that. But like, I start to lean towards people who like to analyze fights and fighter habits and in more detail. Like, I like to read, what's it called, like blogs on Substacks, that's the word. I want to thank the entire team at KO, everyone from the fighters to the coaches to the people who work behind the scenes. I thank my family and my friends. I thank obviously Mark May from Combat Warriors, Henry from UCAM, a lot of my old teammates from UCAM, because that's where I started. And yeah.
Excellent. Shak, thank you for giving me time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And I'm excited to see what's next for you.
Thank you, man.
Thanks,
I appreciate
man.
that a
Take
lot.
care.